everybody, I'm Latrina Patrick. Welcome to day 24 of our 90-day grant writing tutorial. You know, as a grant writer, you have to really be in tune to those places where you can go to get the information that you need to put together a really quality grant. So today what I want to talk to you about briefly is those helpful links that you can go to get the information that you need. When I'm putting together a grant, there are certain places that I always go to in order to help me put together a really solid problem statement and to justify the need for my program. So I'm just going to share a few of those links with you guys today. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you is the Census Bureau. You want to go to census.gov for all of your demographic information about your state, your county, and your city. Obviously, it's going to break down the demographics related to race and ethnicity, age, high school graduation, income, poverty level, household incomes. All of that stuff is going to be broken down for you at census.gov. So you really want to make sure that you take advantage of that resource. Another resource that I use that helps me gain similar information to what I can get from the Census website, but a little more specific, is the Annie E. Casey Foundation. This is a wonderful, wonderful resource. They do primarily two things. They also have grants that they fund through their foundation. That's a part of what they do, but what I typically go to them for is all of the data that they gather every year, and it's what they refer to as their kids count data. Annie E. Casey is the premier place to go for data around child and family well-being. So you can get information about infant mortality, teen births, high school graduation, family income, those types of things, but it's very specific to your state. The other great thing that they do is they rank all the states. So they do this as a national survey, and then they rank the states by certain categories. So you may be able to line up how, I'm in Georgia, so how Georgia ranks, you know, next to Florida or Alabama. You can get those 50 state rankings to see how your state compares to other states, which is very useful when you're trying to justify the need for your program. So Annie E. Casey Foundation is really one you want to keep, you know, in your mental Rolodex to know that, hey, I need to go check this out whenever you're getting ready to put together a grant. Another resource that I like to use is foundationcenter.org. This is a place where you can get a lot of useful resources for nonprofit organizations, but primarily what you're going to get is access to foundation grants. Now, the thing about this website is that it has a lot of free resources, especially information, and some free resources to be able to access certain foundation grants. But to get really deep into their foundation databases, to do research on the various foundations, to see, you know, their annual giving, how much they give every year, who they've given to, they really charge for those services. So you can start out, you know, with the basic account of $20-something a month to more than $100 a month, depending on what you need to access. So it's a really great resource if you just kind of want to get a look at what types of foundation grants are out there. And they post grants from all over the country. So it's a really good resource that you want to make sure that you tap into as needed. I've already done a tutorial on this next resource, but since we're talking about grants, again, you want to make sure you're taking advantage of grants.gov. That's where you're going to find all of your information about the federal grant projects that are out there, as well as the various federal agencies who have programs that they're seeking to fund. So, you know, make sure you go to grants.gov, learn as much as you can about the federal grants and about the federal grants application process, because as we talked about in week 1, in order to apply for a federal grant, you have to register through grants.gov. So that's still going to be a great resource that you need to keep, you know, in mind as you are going along your grant writing process. Another great resource is the National Center for Education Statistics. This is a great resource to find all your education data. You know, of course, you can go to your state's Department of Education website, the U.S. Department of Education website, But this is another resource beyond that that's going to give you really specific data. It breaks it down in so many different categories that it's really, really helpful to you. So the National Center for Education Statistics is going to be very useful for someone that has programs specifically related to kids, like after-school programs and things like that. And again, just another resource to help you build a strong problem statement to justify the need for your program. And the last one I want to talk about is really helpful to those of you that are doing things in the health field. And of course, we're talking about the CDC. The CDC's website, cdc.gov, is a phenomenal resource for all information related to health prevention, substance abuse prevention, public health, anything around those lines. You want to make sure you are tuned into CDC. You know they are that authority that when we're talking about health and medical stuff, that when you have the CDC's word or their statistics backing you up, it always looks good in your application. So if you have any questions about anything that I've covered today, please make sure you leave a question here for me on our YouTube channel, and that way I can respond and everyone will have access to those responses. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the link with your family and friends if you find this information I'm giving to you helpful. Also, I will send out weekly email updates to let everybody know what's coming up that week in my grant writing tutorial. So you get a sneak peek at what's coming up that week and you can plug in wherever it's appropriate for you. In order to do that, though, you have to go over to my website. That's www.greatervisionconsulting.com and subscribe to my email updates. And as a gift to you for doing that, I will send you a Grant Writer's Toolkit. It includes a proposal template, a budget sample, letters of support samples, and a list of resources that are very helpful to beginning grant writers. So make sure you go over there and do that. And while you're on the website, check out my bio, my experience, and look at the services that I offer. And please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you or your organization. So I hope that you've enjoyed today. I have enjoyed sharing this information with you, and I look forward to coming back tomorrow to share another great tutorial. Talk to you soon. Bye.